All right. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Monday training. Hope everyone's been good. Let's see. As people are coming in here, if you don't mind putting a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning. Um, wow. Okay. So a name from the past. Roberto, hey, good to have you in here, my friend. It's been a long time since seeing your name, but haven't heard your voice. How are you?
What's up, brother?
How are you? How's everything?
Oh man, good. Yeah, everything is good, man. I know you guys always upgrading Dub. I'm a big Dub fan, so I want to see what I'm missing. Guys, you guys have a lot of updates that I'm not using, so I want to check in to see what kind of cool things you guys have. That's all.
No, that's neat. Yeah, I bring you up all the time when I talk to people about Dub because I'm like, you have one of the best, most positive attitudes, and you've been using Dub for so long, and you've used it in so many different ways. So you're always a good case study, my friend.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah.
free to use it, buddy, because I love it, man. I actually was just prospecting with Dub. I was just updating my call to actions and presets. So
Oh, very sweet. Well, thanks for coming.
yeah,
Good to have you in here.
yeah, of
Sweet. Yeah,
course.
we're gonna be going through. We updated a few things on auto and some other stuff. So yeah, I'll be hitting on all kind of the stuff we've been doing recently. Because the last time you popped in was like it's been a while, right? I think it's
Yeah, it
been.
has been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was trying to figure out the AI sales assistant, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So that was I was trying to figure that out.
I'll go
So
through
I was
that.
like, you
Yeah.
know what? I want to jump in and see what you guys doing.
Awesome. Good to have you
Yep.
in. Cool. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. That's awesome. Good to
Thank
have you
you.
in here. And let's see. I saw we had we usually ask everybody put a one in the chat if you're new to Dub, two if you're returning. Obviously, Laura, you're returning. Jai, you're the man. You're always here. Let's see. Gia, welcome back. Dick, welcome back. Let's see. Kit, I think you're returning as well, I believe. Kit, I think your name looks familiar. How are you? Oh, looks like you're unmuted. You can say hi if you want. If not, you can say hi in the chat. Just let me know. Um, and then I saw there was a one in here. Fran. Let me come over to Fran. Hey, Fran, if you can hear me okay. Thanks for putting that in the chat. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Good joke. So audio is there. I don't see video.
Yeah, for these, the video's off. It's well, we can hear your voice, which is
Oh,
great.
fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Okay. I just thought maybe I had done something wrong.
No,
Okay.
not at all. So tell me what brings you our way? What's your industry?
Well, I might have gotten something on LinkedIn, and I really, quite frankly, just had a meeting with Rena, and I'm confused as to how to use Dub. The videos don't seem to be working for me, and uh, I want to see if this live training can build up my confidence.
Well, let me ask you a couple things. So typically with these, and generally how these are constructed, the live trainings, is that we do a basic walkthrough of everything. We kind of give scenarios. So if you're in this, this is what we recommend for this. Kind of a basic understanding of the power of the GIF, all this kind of stuff. Um, but I'm going to ask you some specific questions in a second. But the trainings themselves, what people typically do is when they come in here, they'll go back to the spot later on YouTube and say, okay, where's that part where where Rob talks about this? Great, I want to see that again. I just dropped the link in the chat. So later, if you want to go back to the live and say, okay, here's that part I want to see about what tech I need to use, and then go back to that part, that really helps. The other thing is this email address that we put in here. This is feedback at Dubb. So if you do want to try a style and send it over to us, we can check it out and give you some feedback. So with that in mind, Frank, what's your industry and just give me kind of your use case. Like who are you reaching out to? How are you prospecting? Who are your folks?
Sure, sure. So I'm a business consultant. I help businesses that are 1 to 20 million in revenue in the construction industry
Okay.
scale and sell their businesses. I'm using LinkedIn Navigator, so I have a nice, healthy list of folks that I've liked and commented on. And I now want to ideally send them a video and say, hey, let's connect.
Okay.
And I thought the video would be a little bit different than the regular connect thing
Okay. So I
in
would say
LinkedIn.
the space that you're living in is LinkedIn. We have something very specific for that I'm going to show. So the kind of video you're going to want to record is going to be a screen recording video on top of someone's profile. That's usually what I recommend. I'm going to give you a little kind of nuance to it. I want to show you, but in terms of what kind of videos to send, I would say that would be the common. The other thing is, I would connect with these folks first before you send a video. I would have a short little
Ah,
connector message that says, "Hey, Rob, I know you're in construction industry looking to connect," and most people connect, it seems. Once they connect, then I would send them a video.
okay.
That would be like the sequence once they're a first connection. And then when they are, I'll show you in a second kind of the style we recommend. But I would think about these videos in general. You don't want to keep them long. You want to make them short and to the point. So I would say 30 seconds or less. Like get right into it.
Okay.
What would be your hook? Like if I was that person in construction, what would be that hook that would make me want to watch this video? Like just in general, what do you think that would be?
Um, the hook is I have an ebook on the end game. So have you thought about what you're going to do after you sell your business?
Okay. Like the exit slash end game or something? You could do something like
Yes.
that. Okay. Do you use ChatGPT at all?
Yes.
Okay. This is usually what I recommend. We do this ourselves. Like I would go into ChatGPT if you haven't done this already and put in that you have an ebook, like explain your ICP, explain the situation to Dr. Chat, and then put in there, give me 20 5 to 6 word hooks that will make someone want to click on this. And I think the fact that you had end game slash you could do exit game too.
Hmm.
These little phrases, I'll show you why 5 to 6 words in a second because I'm going to hold up a whiteboard with a message when I'm doing this. But I think if you can give some kind of hint visually to what this video is going to be about, that'll increase people wanting to click on it and then get right into it. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then the fact that you have that ebook, that's definitely something you can give away below with a button below the video. Like, hey Rob, I don't know if you've thought about the end game here, but with what you're doing, but it's about scaling and then selling and exiting. And I've got a great ebook below. And if you click on it right now, you can check this out. And if you like what you see there, check out this next video that's going to play right after. This is all about myself, my company, and why we would love to have a conversation with you. Something like that,
Hmm.
you know? Does
Hmm.
that make sense?
And are is this conversation recorded? Can I go
Yeah.
back and play it?
Yeah, so the link I put in the chat, do you see in the chat the YouTube support link, Dub support videos?
Yes.
I've brought
Hmm.
that. So these live trainings are all on there. So like within
Oh,
the next 3 or 4 hours, it'll be on YouTube. And then just go back to the part where we're talking right now and what I'm going to show. And then you just be able to like, oh, okay, it's LinkedIn. Okay, this is the tech. And then you can kind of learn it, you know?
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to meet you, friend. Anything else on your mind before we start?
No, that's it. Thanks.
All right,
Great. Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, good meeting you. And then let's see. So let me share my screen. Let's get moving, everybody. And then, Kit, I saw your message. I'm good. Let's see. Sorry, I'm good. I'm new to the calls. Okay, Kit. So if you can unmute, you can. If we can chat right now, if you want to unmute. If not, you can chat through the chat. Kit, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, good. Good to talk to you.
Thank you. Sorry, yeah, you too. Thank you. I've been working inside the Dubb platform for about 3 months or so,
Okay.
maneuvering on my own and with some help from Darius.
Yep.
That's going well.
Good.
I did send up a request over the weekend. I don't have a if you go so I'm using the Dubb subdomain for my website,
Yep.
but it doesn't. So if I go to just the subdomain itself, it shows my logo and stuff, but it gives an error message. So I was trying to figure out if I'm doing something wrong, but we could talk about that later. So I sent a support request for that.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And then Ina, who just popped in. Hey, Ina.
Hey.
Just talking with Kit here, and I don't know if you heard the end part of that, but she was explaining about the subdomain when it goes to the site. What sometimes shows the logo but doesn't, and there's an error message, right, Kit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it shows the logo and my picture on the top right each time,
Yeah.
but then it says, "Oops, there's an error." So
Okay. And she sent a support ticket over to Ina, so just a heads up, that's from Kit.
Okay. I'll take a look at that, kid.
thank you.
How's the recording going, Kit, by the way? How are your videos doing?
They're slow rolling because again, I was doing more of a myself, even though Darius has told me several times to reach out, but I do this only part-time right now, so I have
Okay.
to do it like whenever I can. But the thing that I'm, having to learn is the lag time, like syncing that up because I had other people testing videos that I sent them, and the mouth is moving either faster or slower than the audio. So I'm working on that piece.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you did you see the email I put in there, the feedback at Dubb? Like, feel free if you want to send it over to us. Just to
Okay.
test out creatively, because sometimes when people record videos, it's nice to get feedback. Like, hey, maybe something right here might work better, or or be like, hey, that's a great video.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so let's pop into some stuff here. Let me share my screen and let's begin with LinkedIn, right? That sounds good. We were talking about LinkedIn at the top. So let me just share kind of some basic, because I know we have some new folks in here. Let me just share some basic stuff about this in general and why this is important. Let me show you this. Okay. All right, so in general, we always talk about the importance of the animated GIF. So when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat like it is here. So when I hit record, I'm starting to move and I'm doing my thing. That's what's going to show as the preview. You can, with editing inside of Dubb, change it, slide it to a different part of the video, or upload your own thumbnail. But to be super efficient when you're making these things, just know when you hit record, first 3 seconds is going to repeat. The one thing we always talk about, like I was just talking about at the top, is your hook. You really got to hone in on your hook. If you're doing, this style, there are different ways to do a hook, but your hook should relate to 5 to 6 words. What is that person going to, why are they going to click on it? Does it give me an idea? It's like a movie trailer before the movie. If they took an action, like they filled out a third-party form, tell them that, hey, you filled out the form, next steps. So whatever, if they've done something, definitely reiterate what they've done. If they haven't done something and it's cold, it's an introduction, that's something you can do that way. What's that phrase that's going to get them to want to click? Now, this style is very straightforward. This is right from the webcam, Dubb mobile app on my phone, whiteboard function to type the message. This is directly from the webcam, probably the most direct videos you can really, really make. You also can, from this webcam, have something behind you like a virtual background, like you see right here. This could easily be someone's profile. It could be, someone's background. Roberto. Sorry, I saw you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, what is the whiteboard? Can you explain the whiteboard function, please?
Yeah, yeah. So this looks like this. Let me show you. So it is, if we're inside Dubb, yeah, and it would be this. The two styles I'm going to talk about are this virtual background and the whiteboard, and you can combine both too. So I could do something that looks like this, where you can have the virtual background and have the whiteboard right there. So if you're looking to record this, and how do we do the whiteboard? Just inside a Dubb, and you can use the whiteboard in the LinkedIn, which I'll show in a second. But inside a Dubb here, red camera icon at the top, that's your webcam. And when you click this here, opens up. Now the whiteboard part of it that I had here when I was holding the message is getting the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, this is where the whiteboard would be. So this is the Dubb mobile app. And the little whiteboard button, it's a little bright, but it's this little square right there at the top. Right there. Roberto, you see that right there?
Yes, yes. I'm
Right there.
following. I have the app to my phone. Yep.
Yep. So right there, and then when you click that, that's where you can type. And all you have to do is type your hook there or the name or whatever the message is. And when you type it, you don't really need to click done. You can just turn it like this.
Oh, nice. Dude, that's
Yeah.
worth the call already.
Yeah. There it is.
That's
Yeah,
worth
this
the
is pretty
call.
cool. Yeah.
I
Yep.
love it. That's
Yeah.
great.
So this is where your hook's going to be, or the name, or anything that, if it's a one-on-one, what is that message? It also can be a one-to-many. This video could be to an update to like the real estate group, whatever industry you're in. What is that hook? And on LinkedIn, I'm going to show you, we're going to use this on LinkedIn too with
This
this.
is great. Thank you.
Yeah. And then on this webcam here, just in general, you have some framing down here at the bottom. You can move yourself in for a tighter frame. If you do want to use a teleprompter, we have it across all the text. So if you go up here at the top, you can go right to scripting. It says create new script. It'll take you right inside of Dubb to create a script. Or you can scroll between scripts you already have saved in the platform. I can also search for scripts by name as well. And when I find it, there's my script. Here's a teleprompter. This is your teleprompter speed that you can adjust up or down. Click test it, hit the play button, see if you like it. Back it up, zoom it in. So if I was going to use the virtual background with this as well, right? I would go down here at the bottom, select virtual background. We have a bunch of stock ones, but I would use stuff that, is meaningful. I would go in here and do your photos and then drag in here any screenshots that you have. Maybe it's a screenshot of a third-party form someone filled out. Maybe it's a website of a company you're reaching out to. Maybe it's an article that you want to share a screenshot of. It could be anything, properties, whatever you want. Load them into here, creates a library. And then once the library is created, then you just select the one that you want and you got it right behind you, just like this. And then you can reference these things. When you're moving your arms in here, I would keep them within your shoulders. Don't go out into the soup. I would stay right in here. Have a screenshot you can point to when the video begins, or you can combine both and have your hook and have your screenshot if you really want to do it. Like this on here could say, important fact about 1234 Jane Street or something like that. And that's something creative. And they'll see that and be like, oh, that's neat. I usually don't see that. And it's informative. It gives them some context. Make sure you got a good ring light in front of you or some natural light. And if you can, I know it's not always possible, but like behind me, I just have an open space, so it's easy for the virtual background to kind of go around me. If you have a lot of objects, just try to pump up the front light as much as you can. So this is the basic recorder in here. So if I was going to put this all together, right, and I was going to use the teleprompter, and I'm going to use the hook, and I'm going to hit record, here's what it would be like. Here's my hook, here's the record button, hit record, and it would be like this. Hey, this is Rob. I'm from Dubb, the video and sales platform. We do automation contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button down here at the bottom, stop that recording if I want to take a break, click it again to resume, and keep recording, and it keeps going with the teleprompter. If you want to delete, red X, that will say, are you sure you want to do this? And then if you want to save it into the platform, it's the blue check mark, which will save it. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just close the teleprompter. So in this case, I'm going to hit the check mark. And when any video that you record with Dubb, when you click the check mark, it's going to save it into the platform. And when it gets saved into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page inside of the platform. The video edit page is where you can do a number of things, which we're going to come back to in a second. But when you click save, this is where it's going to take you right inside here. So that is the most basic, straightforward style that you can record in Dubb. Now, there are other kinds of styles. There are ones that look like this. This is a screen recording right here. This one. This is with the Dubb Chrome extension, which we're going to use on LinkedIn in a second as a LinkedIn example. But the Dubb Chrome extension is browser-based. So any website you want to share, like this one's a market update right here, you can put yourself in a bubble, square, rectangle, and then you can point things out on that page. And you'll notice inside the bubble, I'm still using the whiteboard to talk about that hook. Now, if I didn't have the whiteboard in there that says big change, let's just say I'm just smiling and waving. Well, that's great because you know it's a market update. It's very clear. You can see the title right there. But I'm taking it a step further by saying there's been a big change in the market update. I could have gotten even more specific. I said a rate drop or a rate rise or whatever it is, to really kind of hammer that home. So that's another step you can take. You also can do videos that look like this. You can do mobile app videos that will have, if it shows up here, there we go, whoops. Mobile app videos, you can do a lot of stuff. So let me show you what the background looks like. Not that, this. So on the mobile app, you can do a virtual background. So just like we just did on the webcam, you can do the same thing. And see how I typed in right there? The text at the bottom, you can do that. And you also on the mobile app can do something like this, where you can have the hook or the name above your head. So you can do the same kind of stuff when you're on the move, or you're just sitting at your desk and you want to use the mobile app to do it. You can totally do that. You also, with the mobile app, can do a picture-in-picture video like this, which is really good for property walkthroughs and real estate. It uses both cameras on the phone. But you also can use it if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, which I'm going to show in a second when I show LinkedIn. Or if you just wanted to show a website or something in front of you where you want to do a walk and talk with a prospect, you can do all that. You also can do something that looks like this, where you can record and you can have the name. See how it says Hi John up here at the top, but down here it says Your Next Steps. You can be very efficient and record a video that's one to many, and then you put it in your contacts, you upload them in Dubb, and you can change it to Hey First Name, and it can just upload all the contacts, and you'll say Hey John, Hey Jim, Hey Sally, and then that way you have the one hook that everybody relates to, and the name can change at the top. Now, regardless of any of these styles, when someone clicks on these videos, That's where you want to make sure you have your landing page set up the way you want it. And we call these in Dubb terms presets, preset landing pages. So you got them to want to click on the animated GIF. They did, and now they're here. So you want to make sure you have your logo. The video that you initially recorded is right here. And then you have playlist videos. They're going to play right after this initial one. That's why we always say these initial videos should really focus on the hook, the value, the reason you're reaching out. Keep them short and sweet and to the point. And then secondarily, you can have a video that plays after it that's about you and your company and what you do. Because that way I wouldn't go beyond 2 minutes. It's basically your pitch video. You record it once and it will always play right after the initial video. If you do have video testimonials, this is a really good spot for them. They will play right after that video. If you don't have video testimonials, I'll show you a way to get them in 1 second. But below here, you have your call to actions, your buttons. What do you want someone to do when they've consumed the content up here? Booking a time in someone's calendar is probably the most popular button in sales, but you could also have them visit a website. They could download a document, a listing agreement, a contract. They could, even if they wanted to email you back, fill out a form. There's a number of things you can have someone do down here. If you have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. And sometimes if you have one button, you have one button. So it's totally up to you. Now, if you don't have those video testimonials, the reply with video button down here is a really convenient way for you and the other person to get them. So I could send a video to Ina. I could say, hey, Ina, it's Rob. Listen, would love to get a video testimonial from you. It is not complicated. All you need to do is click reply with video below and let me know, what have you enjoyed about the platform? And then when I get the video back and it's sent back to me, I'll get a little notification inside of Dubb that says, hey, you got a video reply. Then I'll make it part of the playlist. And this is the nice little loop that you have in here that you want people in. The last part of the page is over here to the right. This is the AI Sales Assistant SIA. Now, you don't have to have this on your page. It's optional, but if you do, we've had good feedback from it since we've had it on here. So when someone clicks on your video and they land on your page, they can take some action here. So over here to the right, you can create up to 20 FAQs, choose the ones that you want to show. You can ask the AI a specific question down here inside the box. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to push for whatever your desired outcome is. So when it answers it, it's not going to just stop and give you an answer. It wants to keep the momentum going. So keeping the momentum going is giving the answer and saying, hey, are you ready to book a time with Rob? Or are you ready to do whatever that next action is that you want them to take? It's like a reminder every time they give that answer, which will keep it going. Now, the AI is educated in website links, individual website links that you can enter inside of Dubb. It will learn physically what's in text on those pages. And then you also can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other, or you can do both. Now you see how it gave the answer here to the right? Then it says, or you can book a time with Rob. So this is the AI Sales Assistant SIA. Now, how this works with the landing pages is with these preset landing pages, you want to have a different preset for different parts of your audience. So if I was in recruitment and I worked with employers and candidates, I would want to have specific landing pages for both those groups. If I was in real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, if I worked with all them, different kinds of insurance, different kinds of mortgage, different kind of coaching clients, maybe I have enterprise and small business, different categories within those folks. And then you have these different preset landing pages that feel like you're speaking directly to them. And along the lines of the AI sales assistant, you can create different AI sales assistants for those different preset pages. So if I had my buyer and seller pages in real estate, I would have my buyer AI assistant and my seller AI assistant, and would only be educated on those areas, and it would be on those different pages. And that's kind of how it all fits together. Now, in terms of a different kind of recording, we looked at the most basic way, which was the webcam right here. But now if we look at something that's a screen recorder like this, how would we do this? So for LinkedIn is going to be the example. Now, again, this could be any website that you choose, any browser-based site, but we're going to use LinkedIn. So we've got the Dubb Chrome extension up here at the top. We Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's like a three-step process to pin it and log it in up here in the browser. And when you click on this, it's going to open up right here like this. Now, once you're on the screen, depending on the site that you're on, you really want to think about your shape first. You know, what does the site look like? If I was on more of an angular site, I would change it to a different shape and put myself in a cool spot. And since it's on LinkedIn, Ruben's in a circle, I'm going to be in a circle. Then I got to think about where do I want to put myself? Well, I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. Then I want to think about my size. I don't want to go too big because then I want to cover everything, that I'm trying to show. So probably just about right here is pretty good. Then I want to remind myself to have my hook, right? Bring it right in here inside the bubble so it can be read just like this. Now, if you didn't have a hook and you were just smiling and pointing, that's cool. But again, why not take it a step further and have something right here? Now, inside the bubble here for function, you can hit the little plus button inside here. That's going to give you a closer frame. You can hit the negative part to back it up. You can move yourself around inside the bubble to physically kind of, reposition yourself. You also can jump to full screen with this little button right here, and it brings you right back to the page. You also can turn your camera off right over here to the right. So if I turn this over here, my camera's off. I would only do this if I knew the client, obviously, and I wanted to send them a quick audio message and show them something. I would turn my camera off. You also can technically use your headshot if you want to. But for these videos, especially when you're first meeting somebody, being live is great. Now, if you want to use the virtual background, you got that as an option. You can throw that right behind here, just like we just did with the webcam. You have an annotation tool over here to the left to point things out that I'll show you in a second. You also have the ability to use a teleprompter. So every dub recording has a teleprompter option. So this one's a little different. I'm going to find my script in here. You can grab the sides like this, just like this, if you want to make it a little smaller so your eyeballs aren't going back and forth so much. And you can physically move it around wherever you want to move it to. Now, in this case, because the Dubb Chrome extension is browser-based, you don't want to go full screen in your browser. If you do, it will hide the teleprompter tab. So when I hit record, I won't be able to get to it. So you want to leave a little bit of space. So when I hit record over here to the right, I can physically tap this and bring it forward, and then I'm able to use it. There are also three different orientations to record. You'll notice it's on tab right now. So the tab option is if I hit record, it will just show the page that I'm on, which is nice and clean. It won't show any of the tabs at the top. And when you use the teleprompter, it will not show in the recording. If you use camera, that opens up like a webcam, so I'm not going to use it here. If I go screen, it's going to show my entire screen. If you do that, it will show the teleprompter. So if I ever want to do a full screen recording, that's going to be the Dubb Desktop app. So with Chrome, I like using tab. Nice clean cut of the page, focus on the ones that I'm on. Now, to hit record, this is what this is going to look like. I'm going to hit start recording over to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is right there. And when I hit record, I'm going to have my hook ready to go, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Listen, I wanted to reach out because I work a lot with authors, and I saw you wrote a book, and it says click record. I like it. It's proactive. Tell someone to do something. You're on the right path. I want to talk to you about what we can offer here with this. So I did my whole wave. I had my hook going, right? He had his context right here. And then I jumped to full screen once I said my hellos. Now, you don't have to jump to full screen and do this. When you get more comfortable, maybe if you want to. I like kind of breaking the visual. So I'm saying hello, and then I could hover over my bubble and double click, go to full screen, double click the screen to go back, or I can select this button right here, jump to full, select here to go back, or I can even check the little button at the bottom on the control panel. It says webcam expand on or off, click that there, expands, click the same button to go back. You also can scroll around, be very free flowing if you want to, or if you want to be a little more regimented, you can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom. Stop the recording, get yourself where you want to be next, click resume. And the annotations are fun to use. You can get on here and you can do some text on screen. You can use some arrows. You can put things in numerical orders of importance. You can draw on the screen, whatever you want. And the annotations here are going to stay sticky. So if you continue down, they're not going to follow you, which is good. Then you can just delete them when you're done. Now, reaching out on LinkedIn in general, all you have to do is pull up the person's profile, hit record like we're doing right now, and you got an individualized video. Now, I'm going to show you with the desktop app after this how you can record one video for a lot of people on LinkedIn. But this is nice for straightforward one-to-one LinkedIn videos where you want to connect, you got your hook. This is the style that you want to do. So I'm going to save this video. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to click the check mark, and it's going to save this into Dubb. And just like it did before, it's going to take us to the video edit page inside of the platform where we can make some changes and do some stuff. But real quick on LinkedIn, I recorded something for Ruben. Like we were saying at the top, with LinkedIn specifically, you just want to make sure you're connected with someone first. They're a first connection. Send them a little connector request. And then once you do, and you then send them the video. Now, to send them the video that we just recorded, go to the message button right down here, click message, And then when you do that, you're going to see the little Dubb button show up here in LinkedIn. This is from the Chrome extension that we just used. That's why that button is here. And then all I have to do is select this button. See my video library down on the right that I'm scrolling to? Just find the video. There it is. Click insert. Then you can highlight this text, and change it to something specific if you wanted to. And then click send. And then you're going to see right now, that's what it looks like right there. And that's what people want to see. They're used to seeing text messages in their box. So stands out way, way, way more. So this is what we recommend for LinkedIn. Now, as far as another screen recorder that we recommend and use, it's the Dubb Desktop app. The Desktop app is pretty amazing. If you haven't used it yet, you're going to Google Dubb Desktop app, and then you'll download it from Mac or PC. And then you'll have the little Dubb symbol at the top. It'll either be the top or the bottom. You'll click it, and then I'm going to show you the difference between what you just saw with the Chrome extension and what you're going to look at with the Desktop app. So we're going to do record screen first. So when we do that, this is what this is going to look like. So first off, I'm going to show you the similarities and differences with this. Webcam, same thing. Just the positioning of the buttons here is just in different spots, but it does all the same functionality we just saw with the Chrome. You also have an annotation tool with the Desktop app screen recorder. Now, the annotations with the Desktop app are not going to stay sticky. So when you use them, they are going to follow you down. So I would use them, delete them, and then move on. You also have a teleprompter with this screen recorder. It can move around like the Chrome extension, like we saw before. I'm physically moving it. This will not show in any of the recordings. Like in Chrome, it would show in the full screen recording. Not the case with the Desktop app. And when you look up a script in here, it has a really cool first option. So right over here, you're going to notice it says auto track, which means if I was going to hit record, it would move at my pace. So it's voice recognition. The other two teleprompters that you saw before this with the Chrome extension and the webcam were speed-based, scroll-based. You can choose the speed and it goes. The first option here on the Desktop app is voice recognition. Now, if you want to use the speed one where you can choose the speed, just click the button, it'll turn it off, and then you can adjust the speed up or down, just like you could with the other ones. So if you want that, you do have that as an option. So it's pretty awesome. I really like teleprompter on the Desktop app. Now, the last part about this is makes this different than the Chrome extension is this little button right down here, this square with the red slash through it. If I was to hit record, I would get my entire computer screen right now when that red slash is here. If I decide to get rid of the red slash by just clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices. You're going to notice it says custom is one of the choices, which I can take this and put it on top of anything that I want, website, Canvas slide, video, article, document, whatever it is. The Chrome extension that we saw before this is only browser based. This you can put on top of anything. And when you're on the custom part of this, I can crop around anything I want to crop around. So I'm moving everything around like this, which means I could get very specific with Ruben. I could come in here and crop it super tight like this and have myself right in here, right next to him. And now it's a much tighter fit like that. So it gives you the ability to get very specific in terms of the borders of what you're recording. I also could click down here again, and I could do 16 by 9 for YouTube, proper YouTube orientation. I could also do 9 by 16, which could put this into a vertical position of portrait, and now I can do social media videos in the right format right from my desktop. I just would put this on top of whatever I want it to be on top of and line it up how I want to line it up. So it's a pretty good option to have. Now, if I was going to use this and record, here's what this would look like. So I'm inside here, right? I would use my hook like we did before, right? You get your hook. And then I'll hit record. I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and it'd be like this. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? The whole kind of thing I did before. I'm talking to him. And then the check mark down here. So with the Dubb Desktop app, here's the big difference. Before, when we click the check mark with everything you've seen so far, the check mark will save it into the platform. Not the case with the Desktop app right here. When you select the check mark, it's going to say, hey, you just recorded a clip. So the Desktop app records in clips. So we're going to record a bunch of clips, we're going to merge them together into one video, and then we're going to upload it into the platform. The neat thing about clip recording is it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer. So if you have an MP4 file that you want to drop in here, you can do that. And every Dubb video you save into Dubb has an MP4 version you can download. So you can make it just part of the story, drop it right in here. Now, the first clip that I recorded was a screen recording clip. So down here to the bottom left, how would I continue recording? Because I only have one clip. How do I keep going? So down at the bottom left, you have three creative choices to continue. The first icon all the way to the left is record screen video. So if I select that one down here to the bottom left, it's going to take me right back to where I was. I'm going to hit record, and now I'm recording another clip in the same style that I did the first clip, which is a screen recording. I'm going to hit the check mark, and there's my second clip. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I would like, which is convenient. I also can tap the three dot menu and download or delete each individual clip. So I may love one clip, I might just hate the other one, I want to get rid of it. I can do that without losing the other one. Now, there's another option down here at the bottom left. It's a webcam recorder. So let's say I want to switch up the style now. Did a couple screen recording clips. Now I want to do a webcam clip. So I'm going to select that button down the bottom. It's going to open up my webcam. And now this is where I can talk directly to the person because maybe I want to talk a little bit about this one specific topic, or maybe I want to say thanks for watching. You can click the button below to book a time in my calendar. And this will visually look different than the other videos, clips that you recorded. The last option down here, which I like a lot, is called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to play pre-recorded videos inside of your bubble. And it can be pre-recorded of you, of someone else, whatever you want. But it gives you the ability to not have to multitask, and you can be really efficient. So on LinkedIn, as an example, if there were a bunch of people I was reaching out to on LinkedIn, and my hook and my video they could all relate to, then you don't have to say their name. What you could do is have that great video you make, and as long as it feels like you're talking directly to them, they can all relate to your hook, then all you have to do is just record a video, direct to webcam talking about it, take that video, put it inside a bubble, put it on top of everyone's different profiles, and now you've made one video that speaks to all of the people you're reaching out to. All you have to do is just pull up the individual profile pages that they're on. So it's a really efficient thing to do if you want to record one video that has a message and then deliver it to a bunch of different people. Or you can do it individually. You could have a break and like where you have a bunch of leads that are you want to do really, really super personalized ones for, like we saw with the Chrome extension, that's great. Or if you want to do one video and make it super efficient, you can do that with the desktop app. So when I click narrator video, it's going to take me to my video library, and I'll say, let's just pretend that this is the video that I recorded, right? This one here. Select it, and there it is. Change my shape, maybe adjust my size a little bit, put myself right here. And now I'm going to hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me now is going to do the talking. Hey, this is Rob. I'm from Dubb, the video and sales platform. Pause and resume, hit the check mark, and there you go. So if you don't want to multitask and you want to be efficient, you could record something previously and then just put it inside the bubble. Now, when you're done using the desktop app and you have all of your clips here, now we're going to merge them into one video. So you're going to select the edit button all the way to the right. That's going to merge everything together. And now here's your one video. Now, before you save it into Dubb, you actually have an editor right here inside the desktop app. So I can hit the play button. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? I can drag my timeline. See down at the bottom how I'm dragging it forward. Let's just say I want to cut something out. Let's pretend it's this part right here. I'll bring it to my first cut point, select the scissors. Now it's cut in two pieces. All I have to do is drag it to my second cut point. Let's just say it's right there, scissors. And then just click the clip that you want to get rid of, hit the trash can, and it's gone. And if you want to bring it back, just click the undo button. Undo, 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 and we're right back to the beginning. If you want to get rid of the silences in your videos, it's this little button right here called Smart Cut. If you select this here, then all the pink areas are the silences in here. And just get them out of there if you want that tighter cut, if that's the style that you want. Then you can download the MP4 right over here to the right if you want to do that initially, and you can upload it into the platform. The only time I'll download it first is if, I did a really long video and I don't want there to be an issue with the upload, so I'll download it to my computer first if it's longer, and then just click the upload button to save it into the platform. So those are the different kind of creative ways you can record right from your computer. Now, the other way that you can record, which has a lot of cool options, is this one right here, which is going to be with the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app has some neat things that we've added over the last, probably would say year and a half. But one of the things you want to do right away is recognize where stuff is. So in here in the mobile app, to record, blue camera icon at the bottom. Once you hit the blue camera icon, that's going to open up the recorder. Now, a couple things. When you first use the mobile app, this is probably going to be defaulted for a minute. I always slide mine over to 10. That way it doesn't get cut off. And when I hit record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I'm recording. Timer in my eye line up here, and there's another timer on the button. We added this pause button over here. So you can hit the pause button, stop, click it again to resume. And then to stop the recording, tap the circle again, and now you have recorded a clip, just like the desktop app. They're very similar. This is a clip recorder as well. Now, this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in my photo video area if I need it. I'm going to hit record one more time just so we have multiple clips in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. There's my second clip. Again, downloaded to my phone. And I can move these around. I can take my finger, hold a clip, slide it. So you can shoot in any order that you want. And when you tap a clip individually, that's where you can delete, trim, and if I select edit, this is where I can add music to the clip. We have a whole library of royalty-free music. I can do text on screen like you saw in the example where it said "Hi John" above my head, or I can type the hook and have it right above my head or wherever I want to put it. I also can do a voiceover on this clip, or I can do a voiceover at the end. I can speed up the action. Like if you're going down a hallway in a property walkthrough, if you want to have a cool shot where you're moving down the hallway quick. We have some people that use Dubb for car lots, and they'll go around the cars and stuff like that. So it just depends on how creative you want to get with it. And you can do all of that within each clip. Now, these icons over here to the right, what do they do? Well, if you click the tooltip at the top, the little eye icon, if you select that there, it's going to tell you everything that it does. So this is a useful little button here, especially when you're first using it. And then tap it again to close. And now this right here is going to flip your camera around to show what's in front of you. This is your countdown timer right here. I always have mine on 3 seconds. You can do 3 or 10, but 3 seems like the perfect amount of time when you hit record, get ready to smile, and you're ready to go. This button right here is new. This is the video stabilization button. So if you're doing a walk and talk and you feel like it looks like a crazy horror movie, and you want to smooth it out, select this button right here, and then just select low, medium, or high, and that will smooth it out for you. If you want to use a teleprompter, it's this button right here. When you select here, just like we did before, go in here and find your script. Let's grab this one. And then you can choose the speed, like we saw before, between 1 and 10. Hit the play button, see if you like the speed. You can also do some live editing here. So the pencil icon, if you're starting to read it out loud and you're like, you know what, this doesn't sound right, or I want to switch something up, you can hit the pencil icon here, make the changes, and then save on the fly. Also, if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be and they're kind of down here, move up the guardrail like this. That way there's nothing to look at and your eyes are forced to stay at the top. You also can go landscape and the script will adjust to the side. Now, if you want to use voice recognition, you have that as an option. Select the gear icon over here to the left, select auto track, and then when I hit record, it's going to highlight the words like this. Think the company gatekeeper is tough? Try getting past their AI spam filter. Modern gatekeepers are algorithms and inbox rules. One in, and then see how it kind of went at my pace. So you have that ability to go auto track or auto scroll, whatever one you want. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X. And then if you want to, if you had a video that you recorded on your phone outside of the mobile app and you want to make it added down here as a clip, go to this little folder button here. It'll take you to your photo video area on your phone. Select the video you want. It'll say, do you want to add the clip? Yes. And then it will drop it right down in here. If you want to record your screen, this button right here. If you want to use filters, this button. This will give you black and white, skin smoothing, different kind of color gradations. You can just choose the ones that you want. This one right over here is picture in picture like we saw at the top. This is where you select this one and it's going to record what's in front of you, and then you can move around. You can zoom yourself in, back yourself up, all kinds of cool stuff you can do with picture in picture. And then lastly, down here at the bottom is your virtual background. So a lot like the webcam, when you go here, it'll take you here, take screenshots on your phone of stuff you want, people's profiles, backgrounds, articles, company websites, all the stuff we talked about before. That will load it behind you. And now you can record a clip just like this. And when you're done recording and you want to merge all these clips into that one video, hit the blue button at the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And once it is merged, it will be automatically saved to your phone, downloaded to your photo video area, and then you can upload it into the platform. We have multiple right here as you see the blue upload button, and that will actually save it into Dubb. Now, the last part of this is when you record these videos, how are they customized? Because that's a really important part of it. So we talked about before how when you save a video into Dubb, where does it take you? Well, it takes you to the video edit page like we see right here. Now, you got some options here. So when you're inside here, let me grab a different video just because this one's, let's grab this one. So when you save a video in here, you have the choice of changing the title at the top with the pencil icon. You can come in here, I can change it to this. Just make sure you click the save button. It'll change the name of the video internally. You can download the MP4 version of any video you save into Dubb. It's right here. You also can click the little drop-down menu here, which will take you to different preset landing pages that you've already have set up. So if I recorded a fun video that was good for both the buyers and the sellers in real estate, I would pull up the buyer preset landing page, and I could change it to the seller landing page. So both groups get it. You also have a little preview button over here to the right under the big blue share and send button. You click this button over here, it's going to open up in a new tab, and you can preview what this video looks like on the landing page. Make sure it's the way you want it. And then back over here, you have a little QR code button right here as well. Every Dubb video has a QR code. This is really good for physical mailing if you do it. For door hangers in real estate or anything like that, you can create a fun video like, hey, thanks for pulling me off your door. If you're at live events, this is really good as well. You could have something pre-recorded before you go to an event. And when someone scans it, it says, hey, listen, it was great meeting you with the event. You can click below so we can stay in touch or whatever you wanted that next action to be. You can also use them in open houses, have them on the counter. Say, hey, thanks for coming to the open house. If you want to see more properties like this, click below. Then you also can download it and right to YouTube, upload it to YouTube if you have your YouTube channel in there. And then you have a little AI video coach down here called AIRA. So when you click generate, it's going to give you delivery analysis and it's going to give you feedback on visuals and the content itself. So it's a non-biased feedback you get from a little AI coach once you record it. You also have activity. It says no activity yet because we didn't send this video anywhere, but if we did, you can really drill down on a number of things that you really want to drill down on. Do they open the email? Did they click on the buttons? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what's that watch percentage? So I can follow up in a really, really smart way. You also have in here editing. So just like we saw with the desktop app, you have an editor right inside the Dubb platform. Same kind of setup. You can hit the play button. Hey, this is Rob. You can drag your timeline like we did before. Hit the scissor icon like we did. Hit the scissor icon for a second time. You got it in 3 pieces. Whatever's highlighted in orange like this, click delete, gone. And if you want to bring it back, undo, undo, undo before you hit save. You also have a design tab where if you want to change, because remember when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat as the preview. If you want a different part of the video that you like better visually, you can just drag it to whatever point that is, generate thumbnail, and it will create that as the first 3 seconds. Or you can upload your own. But to be efficient, it's nice to be ready and just hit record. So you recorded a video in the different styles we looked at. You got it on a preset landing page. You have everything set up, the buttons, the video is great. Now you just want to email it. So to email it as a basic send, open up a Compose. Make sure you have the word video in the subject line. Make sure you have your hook that we talked about, right? That 5 to 6 word hook. Have a little description here in terms of why they should watch the video, short. And then to add the video in, you can add it in 2 ways. One is going to be with the Dubb shortcut right down here at the bottom. That button is there in Gmail. In Outlook 365, it's off to the right in add-ins. And the reason that button exists is because we used the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder before. So when that's logged in, this will show up down here. So when you select this button, it's going to open up the Chrome. We're going to scroll through our video library. See me scrolling down here at the bottom. And we're going to find the video I want. Oh, it's this one right here. I'm going to click Advanced Options, put the email of the person I'm sending it to. I can even add a little personalization text. And I can click Insert Video, and it will pop it in just like that. Now you can also add it from inside the platform. So when you have a video pulled up inside of Dubb, there'll always be a big blue share and send. Click this here. Again, put the email in for the advanced tracking. Add a little hi in here or whatever you want to say at the top. Copy for email. And then it's just a copy and paste. And it drops it in just like that. Now, if you do have a CRM or a third-party sender that you do like you're using a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level, whatever it is, we have tons of integrations with different third-party senders and CRMs. Just keep your workflows. Just drop a video in and you can keep everything the way you want it. If you do want to use Dubb as a CRM, you can. Over here under CRM to the left, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, tags, all of that good stuff in here. You can do bulk sending with email campaigns. And if you want to do automation, that's part of our Pro Plus plan where you can do automated workflows where if someone takes an action, like they watched a video or they clicked on a button, they'll get specific messaging and specific videos if you have those attached. Now, inside the dashboard here, we made a little upgrade up here at the top. So next to your profile picture to the right is Auto. Auto has been here for a while, but the team just started to really update a lot of stuff with Auto, like giving more knowledge, able to do a number of things. So Auto is going to have these little FAQs. See how these pop up right here? You can click these or you can ask Auto a question. Auto can answer questions in terms of, hey, how do I use the desktop app? Or how's the Chrome extension work? But you can also add strategy questions like what are the best videos to create in real estate? I'm in coaching and consulting. What are some good hooks for those? So it can do what's working with Dubb and strategy stuff as well. You also can ask it to create a task and add a contact. Like if you put the person's name and email in there, say, hey, Auto, add it to contacts, and it will add it to contacts inside of Dubb. So we've really upgraded this area so you can test it out. Ask Auto a bunch of questions in here. And then all you have to do is click the robot face to close it and then click it again to open. So you can jump back and forth just like that. If you haven't used the AI writing assistant inside Dubb, it's pretty awesome. It has this little profile feature over here to the right. See how it says basic and sales? What you can do here is imagine I'm in real estate and I work with buyers and sellers. I can create a buyer profile and a seller profile. So all I have to do is answer the questions for the specific audience, just answer these, choose the preferred tone of communication. You even can apply the have method writing structure, which opens with a hook like we always talk about, address their needs, provide value, E is extend a call to action. You don't have to have it on here, but if you want the structure kind of baked into what you're going to be writing, you can totally do that. And then you click save, and then all you have to do is say, okay, what audience am I going to be reaching out to? Oh, it's my seller audience. Boom, I got it there. Then you just choose a prompt right down here, whatever one you want to click on. And then you just choose it. And then you finish it. Like I'll say on why video is the best for sales. Choose your length, hit submit. And now AIRA is going to take into account everything it knows about your audience. It's going to put a writing structure attached to it. So it opens with a hook, all that stuff we talked about. And then when you get the answer here and it spits out the content, you have the ability to have it read back to you in an AI voice. You can copy it to a clipboard. You can save it directly into scripts. You can import it to a voice video where you just upload a photo. You don't have to be on camera and there's an AI voice that goes with it. Or you can import it to an avatar video. We have a whole library of avatars that we have already created. You can create your own avatar if you want. And then so you have these different choices once the script is created. Now you also have the ability inside of Dubb to do this. Okay, let me bounce out of this. Over here under assets, it says sales assistants. These are the AI sales assistants that you saw on the page, right? So when we looked at our landing page, this is Sia right over here to the right. So inside the Dubb dashboard, you have the ability to create different Sias for different parts of your audience that can be put on different landing pages. So there's a lot of options that you have here with Dubb. It's really about deciding what is my hook, what does it visually look like, and then how am I going to be able to reach out? And those are really the different ways. Okay, so let's see if we have any questions before we go here at the top of the
Well,
hour.
that was amazing. Thanks so much, buddy. Can you just a quick question about Go High Level integration? I'd
Yeah,
love to be sending videos from Dubb videos from Go High Level.
yeah. So we have the some of the integrations that we have. I don't believe we have it with Go High Level. I know a follow-up boss, we have the little Dubb symbol in there. But with the with Go High Level, you would just use the Chrome. You open up the Chrome extension, choose your video. Like you would go like this. You would come in here. Let me share my screen. So let's just pretend that we're logged in to Go High Level. Like
Okay.
just pretend this is it. And then you can
Okay.
open up the Chrome right up here at the top. And then
Yeah.
when you go in here, just say it's this video you want to add, right? Just come
Mm-hmm.
in here, advanced options, see where it says optimize for right there.
Mm-hmm.
Go High Level will pop up in here. Like when you're logged in, it'll automatically pop up. Like see how it says it right there? Go High Level.
Okay.
And then all you have to do is just choose that video right here, copy to clipboard, universal copy and paste, and then you just drop it into the workflow.
Oh, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, yep. Sometimes we have a little Dubb button in there, but if we don't, then you just open up the Chrome and you can drop it right in.
That was, man, I love the class. Thanks so much, buddy. That was
Yeah, it was great to hear
fantastic.
your voice, Roberto. It was awesome to have you in here.
Thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate it. You
I'll see you
crush it.
soon.
Thank you so much.
See ya. Bye. And then, does anybody have anything before we go? And anything on anyone's mind? I know Kit, we talked at the top. You got your examples in there, and then also, Fran, we spoke as well. Those are all specific examples that you can use. Like, friend, when it comes to LinkedIn, just go back and check that out if that makes sense, friend.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep, and send over an example to feedback. You can send me a request on LinkedIn. I'll accept it and just pretend I'm one of those people, and you can reach out.
Okay. Terrific. Thanks.
Cool, you're welcome. And then Marion, I saw your hand up. Hey, Marion, it's good to have you in here. I haven't seen you in a little while. How are you? Let's see, Marion, your mic should be on. I saw it here. I had complaints that my background is difficult for people with the eye. Let me see. Marion, are you there still? I'm not sure if you dropped out. Um, Yeah, I don't see you in there anymore, Marion. Maybe you dropped out. But yeah, the virtual backgrounds, really the best you can do is pump up the light. Try not to have too many objects behind you. Keep your arms within your shoulders. Those are kind of all the best practices. Some people record sometimes in Zoom because Zoom has pretty amazing virtual backgrounds. And then they'll just upload that video into Dubb. But that's kind of a long workaround. So you can put yourself inside of a bubble, make it smaller, and put yourself on that background. Like if I had a virtual background behind me and I didn't like how it was looking. I could just take that screenshot, pull it up, and use the desktop app, and then put myself inside of a bubble. It's kind of a workaround, but you could do that if you wanted to. Okay, cool. Well, listen, everybody, we got a meeting at the top of the hour. Thank you so much for coming in. As always, we always like having everybody in here. And this recording will be on YouTube in a couple hours. And happy recording. Happy Monday. See you guys soon.
Thank you.